2025 is almost here, so to round out the year, we're going to answer a few big questions about the real estate world. Let's do it. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind, whether you're a buyer or a seller, is what is it going to take for prices to come down? So to answer this, first, we need to look at why prices went up the way they did, and second, we'll look at what the forecast is for 2025. Let's tackle the root of why prices went up, and that was low inventory, but let's get something straight. Builders today are not overbuilding. They're actually catching up. As a country, we built more homes in the 70s, 80s, and 90s than we have in the last 15 years. The red bars on this graph represent the last 15 years of single-family housing units that were built in this country, and the green bars represent 4 consecutive years of record-setting numbers of homes built. So why did prices rise like they did? The main reasons for this are, of course, that mortgage rates fell and fell sharply during the pandemic and post-pandemic, meaning that people rushed to get into the market, and there weren't enough homes. So that meant that the number of people that wanted to buy them didn't have enough options, and that meant more competition and higher prices. If you remember from the last graph, the record-setting years of home building were in the mid-2000s, right around the time of the 2008 market crash. Unlike in 2008, in 2020 and the following years, the demand for homes was real, but there weren't nearly enough homes on the market. 2025, the predictions are looking pretty good. That's what I'm hearing from most economists and what I personally feel watching the market. Home prices in 2025 are predicted to rise, but at a much more reasonable and healthy rate. Appreciation in the housing market is extremely important. It's why owning a home is such a huge and important decision to your financial health. But luckily, it's looking like the appreciation forecast in 2025 is going to be a very reasonable 2.5%. I get variations of this question a lot. You want to buy a home in 2025? Will you be able to? And is it going to be a good time? My personal philosophy on this matter says that it's almost always a good time to buy a home and that your personal situation is a lot more relevant than the state of the market. I had clients in the worst of the seller's market in 2020 and 2021 get excellent deals on homes. I've seen buyers get great properties during the dead of winter. It really just depends on your personal situation more than anything else. However, of course, I do think it's important to keep outside factors in mind. Redfin just did a study, and 23% of first-time homebuyers said they were planning to wait until after the election to purchase their home. So expect some serious competition in the spring. The bottom line is most signs are pointing to there's going to be a lot more inventory coming into the market in 2025. According to Ralph McLaughlin, the senior economist at Realtor.com, there were 29.2% more homes actively for sale on a typical day in October compared with the same time in 2023, marking the 12th consecutive month of inventory growth and the highest count since December of 2019. I hope this market update was helpful and might have answered some questions and quelled some fears about what the world's going to look like going into 2025. As always, feel free to reach out to me with more questions or let me know what topic you'd like me to discuss on next month's market update.